That was a weak clap.
Yeah, that was like really soft.
Because I'm just so soft. And this podcast is so soft. We're so softcore.
Don't say that. That is not. That's not what you think it means.
I know.
Welcome to the Driver's Training Podcast.
I'm Audrey.
I'm Suzy, and this is Cooper.
Yeah, you know which is which now.
I finally learned. Audrey has been living with these dogs for like
a year
a year at this point, and I knew them before that, and it took me probably until like 3 months ago to be able to tell them apart.
Yeah, I mean, they have the same fur pattern, but Cooper has pointy ears and Roddy has floppy ears. That's how you can tell them apart.
Yeah, but I never really, it wouldn't sink into my head. Like, I knew one of them had pointy ears, but I could never remember which one.
That's Cooper, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, kind of crazy to be here on my new couch.
Do you guys like it? Sorry for the audio listeners. You're just going to have to, like, pretend.
Or you can go to our YouTube and look at the picture.
That'd be really good. Actually, our views have been kind of, like, dog shit lately.
Yeah.
So.
I feel like part of it is because we're, like, cussing in the first 5 minutes, which I don't think you're supposed to do.
Oh, yeah.
But it's okay.
We'll cut out. No more cussing. We'll do a cuss-free episode.
Yeah, for the kids.
Even though I already swore like 30 seconds ago.
And it's okay.
It doesn't matter. From here on out.
I think there's certain cuss words that are like worse than others.
Definitely. But yeah, new couch. It's honestly beautiful. Mm-hmm. It's big, green, comfortable.
Greedy. And it's fall.
Dude, it's so fall. It's like a high of 65 today. And I took the bus here, and it was just so gorgeous outside, especially in the shade. Like, I had a crew neck hoodie on, not a hoodie, whatever, crew neck sweatshirt on over this. And I was just like, I was feeling all cozy and bundled up. And I love fall. I'm so excited. I want it to get colder than this, like now.
I think now is like the perfect temperature. Fall is my favorite season. Also, Halloween's my favorite holiday. My birthday's in fall, which I'm excited for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's lots of things to look forward to. What I really, really want to do this fall, and I don't know how we're going to figure it out. We're gonna have to borrow somebody's car or like rent a car or get somebody to drive us, but there is this like apple picking orchard / farm in Indiana. But it's only like an hour drive ish away, and I want to go to it so bad, because in Chicago any kind of like pumpkin patch pop-up or like fall thing like that is just the most like commercialized photo op expensive like stupid thing that's ever existed.
I think specifically you're referring to Jack's Pumpkin Pop-Up.
Yeah,
that's like near Goose Island. I like wanted to go because I don't know, I got a lot of ads for it and it seems really cute. Like in the ads, if you go, it's literally just like a bunch of different photo ops that you can take pictures in front of. There's not a real pumpkin patch. There's not a real corn maze. Like the corn maze is literally like a bunch of fences with like corn stapled to the wood.
Yeah, that's insane. That's like so fake and I hate it. And growing up in the Midwest, like I just have a deep nostalgia for like a pumpkin patch and like a harvest festival and things like that. And so it's like I want to go to bumfuck nowhere. I couldn't think bumfudge nowhere. and pick some apples, like wander through a bunch of pumpkins, go through a corn maze, ride on a hayride, and get some cider donuts and like get my face painted.
Yes.
Like, doesn't that sound like so much fun?
It sounds like so much fun. I went to a pumpkin patch for my birthday, not last year, but the year before. And it was like one of the best things ever.
It's there's just something about it. I can't place my finger on it. It just brings me so much joy and happiness. I think maybe when I get old and retire one day when I'm like 95, I'm gonna like try to work on a pumpkin patch.
At 95 years old.
Yeah, I mean, with the way that the world's going now, we're gonna have to work till we die.
Yeah.
And I'll never be able to buy a house and blah, blah, blah. But anyway. I think I would thrive like as a farmer, but like not really a farmer. Like maybe I would just work in the gift shop or something.
Oh, I could see that for you.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, do you want to buy a honey stick?
The little cider that comes in like the apple like sippy cups. Yeah, I could see that for you. I could see myself like when I'm much older, like working in a boutique style place.
Like a clothing store or like
not necessarily like a clothing store, but like an old lady, like there's this pop-up shop that opened up around the corner from my apartment.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like an oddity store and it's so cute and this sweet old lady runs it and I could see myself like working at a place like that.
That would be sick. Just like a little witchy occult.
Yeah,
like...
she sells like jewelry, like gems and like taxidermy and
bones.
Yeah, bones, like decanters. It's like the craziest stuff ever, but like everything is so curated and it's so cool.
She was like barefoot when we walked into the store and
Yeah.
I'm like, I love this lady.
Yeah.
No, that sounds cute. Do you think when you retire you want to stay like up in the Midwest, or are you gonna go somewhere warm or even out of the country?
I'd love to live in Florida.
Really?
I love Florida.
You're gonna be one of those, the Michigander to Floridian pipeline.
Yeah.
If it's not underwater by that point.
That's true. But I don't know. Like, I lived in Florida when I was younger, like, maybe from age 3 to 6. I really liked it. Every time I go back to Florida, I'm always just like, man, it's so nice here. And I could see myself living there and, like, low-key being like the grandma that lives next to Disney and like you know what I mean.
I'm about to come visit you when we're like 80 and I'm just gonna come stay at your house,
just sitting on the porch and like the humidity. Sounds awesome.
So nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really excited for fall. I was telling Audrey I want to get really into like doing spells and like making potions. I think that would be really fun.
I think so too.
Gonna tap into my like witchy nature.
Yeah.
Get my crystals out.
Yeah, I'd like to make a potion. I've never made one before.
Not since I was like a kid and I was just putting like shampoo and like
like
rocks.
Yeah.
What do you want to do this fall?
What do I want to do? Well, one of the things on my bucket list is to go to the Rainforest Cafe. So I want to do that. I really also wanted to go to the Renaissance Fair, but I think we're kind of past that point.
Yeah, I think it might be wrapping up like this month probably.
Yeah, that's okay though. There's always next year. And for my birthday this year, I'm gonna have a roast again.
Dude, I already started writing jokes.
Wait, really?
And they're actually kind of good.
Okay, so I like was talking to Alec about this and he was like, oh, so who's all gonna be there because we can like roast the audience too, which I forgot was a thing.
Yeah.
Because at my roast for my 22nd birthday, no one did that.
Oh.
So, but like I want people to do that. So that way I'm not the only victim.
Yeah, because otherwise that's just a lot of like dogpiling.
Yeah.
And are you gonna like roast it, like have a little roast for everybody there, or are you just not gonna? I think you should.
I could. I think
usually the person who gets roasted like says something about
like each person.
The company. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be fun. So I'm really excited for that. I feel like I've been in the farmer's market type mood lately. Suzy and I went last weekend. She hated it, but I don't know. I kind of liked it.
Yeah, you kept being like, this is so awesome. And I was just standing there like wanting to kill myself.
Well, I don't know. Last weekend, it was like the first time the weather was like the high was 75 or something
and
like
not
that.
like 90.
Yeah. And it's only a 15-minute walk from my apartment, and it wasn't terribly busy. It was pretty busy though, which sucked. But I don't know, it was so nice to just like walk around, and like I got some salsa and some chili oil. I got a coffee. We got croissants.
I did get a very yummy like fresh pressed juice, and I did like that. But yeah, every second of being there, I was just like, I want to leave. It's so hot, and it's like in a, not like a parking lot, but it's just on concrete for the most part, and so it just gets so hot.
Yeah.
And granted, it wasn't as crowded as the first time we went this summer.
The first time we went also was opening day.
Yeah, so that was bad. But it was still like really crowded to the point where you had to like wait to get around people or like squeeze around people.
Suzy and Brie, like when we went the first time, they had to wait in line for their like crepe that they got for like not even like probably like half an hour.
Maybe like 20 minutes.
It felt like half an hour.
It was really long, and we were just standing there, and it was so hot and so miserable. Yeah. And yeah, I don't vibe with it anymore. There was a huge like Sam's Club like booth for whatever reason.
So random.
It was like a big setup of like, it was like furniture,
Maker's Mark.
Yeah. It was just really weird, and I was like, you don't belong here. This is supposed to be for local artists and artisans and farmers, and you're ruining the integrity of it.
Yeah.
So just like morally, I had to take a stand against it.
Okay.
But maybe like, I think it still goes like through October.
Yeah.
So maybe near like one of the last days I'd be down to go, because I remember going like last year, I think it was in October, and it was kind of chilly, and it like wasn't too busy, and
the produce probably isn't as great during that time too, which a lot of the farmers market is just like fresh produce, which is crazy because I feel like other farmers markets like aren't like that anymore, where they're usually like a lot of like craft goods and like here's my garlic infused oil that you can use with your bread.
I mean, I think they still have that.
Well, yeah, they still have that, but like it's a lot more of that rather than just like here's some fruits and vegetables and eggs from my farm.
Yeah.
On the other hand though, like that's like shopping small, it's super important to do. On the flip side, you guys, I love Target.
Oh my god.
Like I have never felt like such a consumer until I walk into a Target,
especially a big Target.
They're
like a super Target.
Yeah, so in Chicago, a lot of the Targets like in the city are very small because there's just not as much space for like a regular sized Target. But there is one Target that is somewhat closer to us. It's not the closest one, but it's closer, that just like has everything. And Giovanni and I went yesterday with the intention of getting throw pillows for the couch because we have some, but I don't know, they just don't match, and I feel like we need more. And we didn't even get throw pillows.
I know, I was just looking and I'm like, none of this is new.
Yeah. We got like almost $200 worth of stuff. None of it was throw pillows, and like the whole entire time we were in there, like, tell me why we were like in an aisle looking at Keurigs, like, should we?
Oh my god.
Because it was like $130 regularly, and then it was only $60 because it was on sale, which is like an awesome deal because it was also like the hot and iced one. And I was just like, oh my god.
To go from an espresso maker to a Keurig is like insane.
Yeah.
I get it though. Me and Brie also went to Target like a week or two ago, and they had like started putting out all their Halloween stuff.
Yes.
And so we low-key got sucked in like so fast, and like we left Target with a rug for our door, like a welcome mat, and something to hang on the door that's like a pumpkin, and we have like these neighbor kids, and so we like got some stuff for them.
Oh, that's so sweet.
But we also got like a panini press. Like, just so much random stuff.
And then like once
Some
you
underwear.
once you go in the big Target, first of all, we also went because Giovanni needed like an undershirt for his tux for my sister's wedding later this month. We forgot to even look at that. And like by the time we walked out of there, we were like, God, how long were we in there?
No, it literally feels like that Percy Jackson scene where they go to the casino
in
and they
Vegas,
eat the like lotus flowers
and Poker Face is playing,
and
or
then
whatever.
it's like 3 days has passed.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we were in there for like 2 hours, and we like looked at almost everything except for the clothes because we needed to look at that and we didn't.
And throw pillows.
Yeah. Well, we looked at throw pillows. Everything was so like millennial, like beiged, and like nothing. We wanted like colors, and nothing was colorful at all. Yeah. So we were just like, I guess we'll have to look somewhere else, like Home Goods or something.
Yeah. Sometimes Target misses the mark.
Yeah. Also, like, I just love, like, sometimes there are certain stores where you walk in and you just feel like you have to shit.
Yeah, mine was always like Barnes and Noble.
Yes, well, I heard Barnes and Noble, the reason why is because whatever they use to make the pages is like the chemical in it makes you like when you inhale it, it makes you like
really
have to shit.
I just thought it could. I just thought it was because there was a Starbucks in there.
It could be that too. I don't know.
What chemical in the page?
That's what Alec told me. I don't
know.
know.
Like he's lying. I don't believe him. I don't believe a word Alex says.
Well, he said it like multiple times, and I don't know if that's like a bit he'd commit to that much.
It would be a really like random thing.
Yeah,
but maybe that makes it better.
Target, Barnes and Noble, Michael's, TJ Maxx.
Really TJ Maxx. I like always have to shit.
Or like a
TJ
Marshalls.
Maxx. Yeah, it's like the same thing, I think. Yeah, just any of those big like department stores, they're gonna get me.
Because you're in there for a while too, like I was saying.
Yeah, but I don't know, I try to shop small. I got big into like eBay in the last year. Right. I've kind of been into it before that, but like I've really been into it recently. It feels like thrifting, but without having to leave my house. I mostly use it for clothes, but I feel like I should start like getting like decor and like other fun stuff on there.
That's why I love Marketplace.
Marketplace is the bomb
because you also don't have to deal with like shipping.
But then you have to like go pick stuff up.
Yeah.
Or in my case, I don't know how, but I keep ending up like getting people to drop stuff off for
That's
me.
awesome.
I'm like, I don't have a car, and they're like, oh, I live close. Like I can just bring it, like the rug and the bed for my room. Like both people just drop them off for me, which is kind of goated.
Yeah. We got our rug on Marketplace. She dropped it off. That was awesome of her. We picked up our beige chair over there. It was kind of crazy too because we picked it up and he brought it down for us like from the second flight, so we didn't have to like carry it. Our TV we got on Marketplace, and it was like in walking distance, but like we Ubered back with the TV because otherwise it would have been like a weird thing to walk around with.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love Marketplace.
Did you end up donating your old TV, or what did you do?
I put it in the community free box.
Nice.
And she was like, my daughter's gonna love this for her room.
Aww.
And I was like, yay.
That's really sweet.
Because my old TV I had since like my freshman year of college. So, and
so
I
she was old.
Yeah, she was very old. She like literally had still like the yellow, white, and red plugs that you put in like the Wii and stuff in the back. And I gave her the Chromecast I had with it too. But low-key, I don't know if I reset it, so it could still say like Audrey's bedroom like TV on it.
That's so funny. Would it just have all your like logins to all your stuff?
No, because the way
Chromecast.
the way it works is you plug it into your TV and then it like connects to the Wi-Fi or whatever, and then you just have your Bluetooth on or something like that, and then like any streaming app you have on your phone, when you press the cast button,
She chroma my cast till I stream. Anyway. Keep going.
well, that's just how it works. I was just about done.
Oh. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. Anyway,
it's good to donate your old stuff if you can.
Yeah, because don't just throw it out.
Yeah. The landfills are bad, guys.
Yeah. Anyways, do you want to talk about Nikocado?
Yes. Okay. So, breaking news as of today, September 7th.
Yes.
I come across a tweet on my timeline of a Nikocado Avocado YouTube video screenshot. And he's skinny now.
Yeah, he was just
uploading like pre-recorded and edited content for like a year and a half,
which is crazy. That's like also so smart to do, because I'm sure like it allowed him to focus on like losing weight so much more than like if he had to still regularly like upload everything.
But he's still like, I just think like he still had to film all of that content and probably had to do so much like back to back to like get that much content ready to go. How much was he posting? Do you have any idea?
I don't know. Probably like once a week.
That's
like most YouTubers
so
do.
Much, yeah.
Yeah.
And then now he lost like what 170 pounds or whatever.
Yeah, close to 200
pounds. Like, it's like just crazy. And I guess in the video he was saying like it was a social experiment, blah blah blah, and it's like I don't know if I believe that.
People are always saying things are a social experiment, but like you don't have to say that. Just say you did a thing, and like
we're talking to you, Timmy Thick. Come back.
I miss Timmy Thick. But low-key, I heard that wasn't even like an experiment. Yeah. That was just like the manager had beef with Timmy Thick and posted that he was like a Harvard experiment. So people would lose interest, I think.
That's insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, like good for him, I guess, for like losing all the weight and like not scamming everyone, but like I don't know. It's just crazy. I never thought I'd see the day. I thought he was gonna eat until he died.
I thought so too. It was like, and he just has like a scary personality, I think.
Yeah. I think there are like certain YouTubers or like content creators that just do horrible things to their body, and they just do it because they get so much like attention and views for it. Like I feel like Eugenia Cooney is like the opposite end of the spectrum.
Because with her, people aren't like, you should keep like starving yourself. They're like, I'm so concerned for you, and like, they watch help because like they're concerned for her. When I think like that kind of thing you just shouldn't engage with. No. Do you know who Jelly Bean Sweets is?
So I've heard of her, but I don't think I've ever actually seen.
So she's a TikToker, and she's like similar to Nick Avocado,
Nikolas Avocado.
They're called feeders. And first of all, she eats food like in the most insane way. It's like mukbangs, but like it's on TikTok, and she'll sit there and like gulp her entire soda down in like one sip. And then she'll get like Chipotle burritos, and they're like really, really fat. And then she'll like pour the queso on top and eat it. And she breathes like so heavy. But she's like a good looking person too, but it's like people have just been very concerned because she wasn't very heavy like when she started her TikTok. But then people in the comments would be like, oh, you should eat this, you should eat that. And then she's just like gained more and more weight. Not that she's looking like unhealthy or anything now, but she's put on a lot of weight, like really very quick. And then also she got exposed like for actually being a feeder, for like someone was like, can you eat this, in her DMs, and she's like, yeah, I'll eat this. I was planning on posting that anyway. Like, this is how much like you can pay me.
Oh wow.
Which is crazy.
Not a pay to eat.
That's why they're called feeders.
See, I thought feeders was like when you are like in a couple and then like you're feeding the other person to get them like big for you.
Well, that's a crazy concept.
That was my understanding.
No, I think feeders, from my understanding of it, are like people like you know, Jelly Bean Sweets and Nikolas Avocado. Who
leave a comment below. What do you think of feeder? I think it's for birds.
Yeah, you put the seeds in it and they come and sit by your window and it's really fun to watch.
I love feeders.
Oh my god. That's just so crazy.
That is crazy. I mean, I guess we'll see what kind of content he makes now. Watch him become like a fitness influencer.
Dude, fitness influencers are crazy. Curtis Connor put out a video talking about like trying to keep your youth, and there was this guy who was like, I'm 35 years old, and he looked like 12, and he's like, this is how I maintain my youth, and like his diet was like the most atrocious thing ever, and he's like, I try to get 20,000 steps a day, and like
that's so much.
Yeah.
People are crazy online.
They really are. But
yeah, no, fitness people are crazy. I remember like when I was working in influencer marketing, like for a while we were targeting like fitness influencers to do some of our campaigns, and all of their pages are just like carbon copies of each other. Like it's just the exact same stuff over and over and over again, and I just don't get how they can each have like such big communities. They
are like, so many people will watch it and be like, what's your secret, and I don't think people realize all bodies are different. People lose weight differently, people put on weight differently, all of that stuff. I saw this one creator who is like part of the plus size community talking about how there's some plus size creators who one day something will shift and they'll be like, I need to lose weight and like my body weight is unhealthy, and like the reason like only I have the willpower to lose the weight and everything,
and then they turn really like fat phobic like after they get skinny.
And then the creator that like posted this TikTok talking about like this one girl in specific who did that, she was like, in my opinion, they died, like rest in peace to them. I don't know, it's just really crazy, like people who are like that.
Yeah, it's just it's the same as we were just talking about him, Lohanthony.
Yeah.
Turning Christian and then being like, I hate those gay people.
Yeah.
Don't clip me saying. As if anyone's gonna clip this. Like,
right?
Who am I talking to?
Well, who knows? You did say one day you wanted those fan cams.
That's true. So if in like 3 years someone is going back through all our old footage after we've made it and are making a fan cam and you found that clip, please don't clip it.
Please.
But yeah, that's crazy. So me, on a different note, I think we still have, we got plenty of time.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch any of the Bridget Jones movies?
No.
Me neither, until like last week. Me and Bree just watched all 3 of them. And I don't really need to get into the plot or anything about them, but it's basically just like a British rom-com series, but it's also the Renee Zellweger or whatever is the actress, and she's American, but she like plays a British woman, and everyone else is British, and I just think it's very interesting. But speaking of rom-coms, and also Mina Lee just put out a video around this topic, but rom-coms are just like not hitting anymore, and there was just such a like, I feel like the 90s and the 2000s, like early 2000s, were such a good like peak for rom-coms, and specifically like male heartthrob actors. Like in Bridget Jones, it's Colin Firth and Hugh Grant, and they're both just like these sexy older men, like like so British and like dreamy and hot. And I feel like nowadays, like all rom-coms are just like younger, like there's like ugly hot, and then there's like hot ugly, and I feel like they're all like hot ugly guys.
Yeah.
Like I do feel like Glenn Powell is our last hope, or perhaps our first hope, to show that things are getting better. But even he's like in his 30s, like he's not that old. Like I need a 40-year-old male heartthrob.
Yeah, we're in a rom-com recession.
For sure. 100%.
Like, the only one that's coming to mind that's come out, like, recently is Anyone But You, which does have Glenn Powell in it, and he's very handsome. But that movie is, like, one of the worst movies I've genuinely ever seen in my life.
It's really, really not good.
Yeah.
But I do feel like it is taking the right step towards what we want.
We're rebuilding, if you will.
I really loved To All the Boys I Loved Before. I think we also just talked about this.
Yeah.
Well,
I
like
feel
even
like
Noah Centineo, like he's not it.
I also feel like that's different though, because that's definitely like for teenagers.
Yeah, that's true. We don't have a lot of like post grad.
Yeah,
romance.
like Kissing Booth.
Yeah, like that's just silly. But I know that there's like a bunch of like because of book talk, a bunch of like romance books are like getting really big and popular, and so I think that is leading to like more rom-coms based off of books, which I know Emily Henry, she's one of her books is being made into a movie with like Logan Lerman, and he needed to be in a rom-com.
Yeah.
He was in Stuck in Love a while ago, which I don't know if I would fully call it a rom-com. It's more of like a rom-dramedy. But he's just like, he's so dreamy to me.
He is very handsome.
So I'm excited to see him in a rom-com, and then maybe once those movies kind of start coming out, we'll just get more and more rom-coms, and hopefully we can tap back into the good old days, man.
Yeah, it's like the book talk is like the influence on the movie industry right now for rom-coms,
which is crazy.
Yeah,
like I feel like they shouldn't have that much power, especially since a lot of the books on Book Talk are like dog shit, like not
it ends
good.
with us.
Exactly, like
and
proof.
Now we have like this bullshit movie coming out, and Blake Lively is like go see my movie.
Yeah,
I even saw this interview where it was like Ryan Reynolds was interviewing like the love interest in that movie, and he was like, you know, the love interest, it's my wife, so. And it's like, I don't care.
They're so cringe. They're so cringe, and I hate them.
Yeah. It's the worst. On the topic of romance, do you have your crush of the week?
Yes. So actually, I would like to double down on a previous crush and also rescind another one.
Oh.
So if that's allowed. I don't have anyone new today, but I would like to start by rescinding Jack Schlossberg. I just think he's become too cringe. I think he's like super liberal in like a weird cringe way, like way too excited about Joe Biden.
Yeah.
And it just kind of turned me away from him a little bit. And I also heard that at the DNC he was short and rude.
Short-tempered?
Like, no, like height-wise.
Oh.
Like, he seemed shorter than he was, and that he was...
That's awkward.
He was rude. So I'd like to rescind it. I do still think he's hot, but not really crush-worthy.
Points are knocked down from the personality.
I couldn't really imagine myself, like, in a relationship with him. So he has to go.
Yeah.
But then I would like to double down on Dan Egan again from Veep. Because I've just kept watching the show and I'm just falling more and more in love with him and I need him, and that's pretty much it.
Yes!
He's so mean. I was like looking up like fan fictions, like it's gotten serious. I kind of love like using AO3 as a 26-year-old.
That's so funny because I know Rosalind does too. Not to expose you, sorry girl, but it was just funny in the group chat the other day. She was like, AO3 is down. Anyone want to talk fanfic ideas?
She's like always writing something, and I honestly love that, and I'm jealous, and I think that I should start doing that.
Yeah.
Because she, like, sorry, we're just gonna, like, fully expose you right now. She publishes, like, I don't know if she still does, but for a while she was publishing, like, a True Detective fan fiction, and it was, like, getting a lot of attention.
Yeah, because it's under, like, an anonymous username, too.
Yeah, but it was, like, really good, and then I felt inspired, and so then I started writing one, but it's just in my Google Docs, and I'm too scared to post it, and I also haven't touched it in, like, half a year.
Yeah.
So maybe in the fall I'll rewatch season 1 of True Detective, and then probably my crush on Matthew McConaughey will resurface, and then maybe I will get back to my book.
Okay.
My fanfic and publish it. Have you ever like written fanfic or published any of it?
I've not published any fan fiction, but I've written a good amount of it. I've talked about it with several of my friends before. I was just talking about it literally on like Wednesday night maybe, or Thursday, how when I was a freshman in high school, I attempted to write a jukebox musical, which if you don't know what a jukebox musical is, think like Mamma Mia, how it's based on ABBA songs,
the
or
Green
like
Day.
Yeah, the Green Day musical, American Idiot, anything like that. But the album I chose was AM by the Arctic Monkeys. So, and of course the lead female protagonist, her name was Arabella.
Nice.
And so I've written that. I wrote Derek Waters fan fiction.
Don't know who that is.
Have you seen Drunk History on Comedy Central?
Like a clip.
He's the host of that show.
That's crazy. That's actually crazy.
Yeah, I also used to have a Instagram account very briefly where I did Bill Hader Imagines. It's called Bill Hader Imagines. It's still up if you want to try and find it. But yeah, there was a good time in my life where I was I'm not on the fanfic side of things, but I did run a Dan and Phil fan page on Instagram as well.
Love that. Yeah, I had a Bo Burnham Instagram page, and I also once published, I think, one chapter of a Bo Burnham fan fiction. And I got a couple comments on it of people being like, we want more. Where's chapter 2?
Oh
so
my
at least I know, like,
gosh.
I've got a little bit of something. And that was like 10 years ago. So theoretically, I would be better at writing by now.
Could you imagine if you did post a second chapter now?
To that one.
Yeah. They'd be like, we've been waiting for this.
They would probably get like email notifications and be like, what the hell?
Yeah.
No, I think fan fiction is a good thing. I think it needs to be embraced a little bit more in society. I mean, I guess like nowadays fanfics are being made into books that are being made into movies, so I don't know what else more I could ask for.
If we didn't have fan fiction, we wouldn't have Twilight.
So true. That's also on my list for this fall. Not only do I want to rewatch the Twilight series, which I do every year, but I kind of want to reread the books. So I think I'm gonna do that. Bree has Twilight and Breaking Dawn, and I have Eclipse. So I just need to find someone who has New Moon, and then I'm set for the fall.
I've never read them. I've just watched them.
You've never read them? Mm-mm. Dude, the feeling of like reading those books like in middle school was the best feeling ever in the world.
I was a Harry Potter kid, so
yeah, I know.
And I was like the type I was like the type of Harry Potter kid that I was like, I hate Twilight.
Oh no.
You Twilight fans are so stupid with your sparkling vampire.
That's gay.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of like movies, we should play our game.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes. I have mine up if you'd like me to go first.
Yes, please.
Okay. My first review is from Lauren. Lauren says, white Republicans are so horny for their hometowns.
Okay.
This next review is from Sandy Honing. First of all, they just said, I've literally never seen this before. Probably because it was their first time watching. But they said, here's what I learned. Trust every freak and kill every old woman.
Okay.
And then the last review will definitely give it away. This review is from Jiba. Ruby slippers the house down.
Oh, Wizard of Oz?
Yeah.
That's so silly. Okay, Ariana.
Yeah.
I guess
that's wicked.
Wicked, but
you're green. Did you see they changed the line?
Yeah, and now it's like you're green.
Yeah. It's like, are you you're green or you're green?
You're green and you're green.
That is true.
Okay, guys, we're still here.
Are you still tuned in? 'Cause Suzy's got her movie now.
My first review is actually from our dear friend Allie.
Oh my gosh.
And they said, perfect movie. Never added anything to my top 25 list so fast in my life.
Okay.
And the second review is from Clementine. Letterboxd freaking out about this because half the user base is lesbians with no riz.
Okay.
And then the last review is from Iowa Debris, who said, I'm in it with my friends, so.
It's Bodies, Bodies, Bodies?
Mm-mm.
Oh. Lesbians and Iowa Debris is in it. What other movies has she been in? Is it Inside Out 2?
No.
What?
Oh, I guess that does have to do with lesbians.
Yeah.
It came out last year.
It came out last year.
You know it.
I've seen it.
Yes.
Do
you want another?
Yeah, give me another hint.
Character that's in it?
Yeah.
Nikolas Galzatine.
I have no idea.
Rachel Sennett.
And it's not Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. Oh, it's the game Bottoms.
Yes.
But we've done Bottoms.
No, we haven't. I looked at the list.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Yep.
Wow, that's crazy.
I know. We've done Bodies, Bodies, Bodies.
That, you know, the reason why I said Bodies, Bodies, Bodies is because I thought it was Bottoms, and I was getting the names mixed up in my head.
Right.
No, it's true. I swear.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Thank you again so much for listening, watching, engaging. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube.
And subscribe if you're listening on YouTube.
And give us 5 stars if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcast or wherever else. And honestly, if you're listening to this on something else, there's something wrong with you. And you have an individuality complex, and I don't fuck with you.
Oh my God. Well, any last words, Cooper, to the audience?
His ass is asleep. Exactly.
All right, so I guess we'll see you guys next Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye.